Yo, what's up again, my people? Good to see you. Yo, another episode of Nothing Nice. Your boy JB. I got my brother here, Mook Jones. I got my brother here, E.
Yo.
Y'all had a good week?
Cool, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This Houston weather is getting hot. It's getting hot.
Humidity, man. It's something different.
It's no joke.
This is the type of weather make you curse before you leave the house.
Man, I'll tell you what. Make you not want to go out during the daytime.
At all.
Man, but let's go ahead and get into basketball,
Let's get it.
For
We
sure.
got the finals have started. We here on Thursday. We got Dallas and Boston. Dallas made a couple runs, but Boston, they just been too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what are you guys seeing from this so far? E, you picked Boston, so I'll let you start.
We did catch a little bit of the game. We was trying not to, just for the sake of trying to keep the integrity of like how we still feel. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I think to a degree from what I saw, Boston is getting figured out. Either they're just slowly showing their hands, or they're getting figured out, because you don't blow 30-point leads in an NBA game, much less the finals, and think if I'm blowing 30-point deficits, I'm going to win the finals. No, that's not how that works. Mm-hmm. So I think either they're getting figured out, even though they might win game one, either they're getting figured out, or the coach is just slowly, he's just playing the game like chess right now.
Okay.
So that's just to be seen, but I feel like they're getting figured out. So I don't think that, I'm not 100% in my take.
Bro, what's up? What you talking about?
Man, I'm just watching this game, man, and it's like, man, I don't know what Dallas going to do at this next game, but I'm telling you, they need to get more athletic, because right now Boston just look super athletic right now. I mean, seem like they're covering every aspect of the floor, and Porzingis is looking a lot farther along than what I thought he was. I know during the week they was doing the press conference, and he was kind of like hiding his hand, like, I don't know how good I am. It's clear he's 100%, man. I don't know, man. It's looking like New York Porzingis, man. Tonight, man. They out there swatting everything.
Blocks in the first quarter is tough.
Man, it's crazy. So
In a shooting era.
So Dallas, I don't know. I know it ain't rest, because all of them got too much rest, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably still stretching. Maybe they just didn't get out to a good start. But man, Boston just looked super athletic in this first game, man.
So what I'm gonna say is this. So he picked Boston, he picked Dallas, I picked Dallas as well.
For sure.
With me picking Dallas, even though they're losing, they lost game one.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily discouraged for a couple reasons. One, they're playing at home. That first quarter is when everything got out of hand. That first quarter, Boston was hitting everything. If the ball left their hand, it's hitting the bottom of the net.
True.
So that's what happened in the first quarter. So then Dallas, they had to play uphill the rest of the game, which, Boston's playing with house money because they're at home. They have the crowd. They're playing in front of the fans. They already had this crazy, hot, almost historic first quarter. So they're going to end the game that way as well, just winning the game. Dallas makes runs, make it close, but at this point, it's just, too much to ask.
And also,
But I'm not expecting Boston to do that again, game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So that's one.
Right.
And then secondly, the fact that Dallas was able to make runs and figure out, okay, we can do this, this can work too. And you saw some of the Dallas bigs kind of, it looked like they maybe had in the first and the second quarter, like they had some jitters, dropping some passes that they usually catch and dunk. That's not gonna happen. I don't think that will happen game 2, 3,
to piggyback off what you said, man, they looked super tight in Dallas. I remember we was in the living room checking out the highlights, man, and Luka, man, just did this double move where usually he'll just do the straight up turnaround and just ride straight up.
Yeah.
But he's double pump faking. I mean, he was pump faking in the air. I think he's just playing tight. I mean, this is the biggest game of his career. Sometimes you can want it so much, and the pressure can build up. And I think especially with that long layoff. I mean, we had like 9 days in between.
Right.
And man, I felt every day of it, man. You can only watch so many reruns of Martin, First Prince, and everything.
Yeah, a lot about that.
And Between that, waiting for Bad Boys to drop tomorrow.
And that is,
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I'm glad to have basketball back, man. So we gotta start doing something about this time in between games. I mean, for a sports head, man, it's been unbearable right now. I mean, thank God for the WNBA.
We need to have like a college scrimmage or
Hey,
something.
this is the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. Thank God for the WNBA.
We'll talk about the WNBA later, but they have definitely stepped up in our eyes. But
In regards to media, because
No,
they
for sure,
ain't
for
doing
sure.
nothing that they haven't been doing.
that's big
Right.
facts. But back, so for Dallas and Boston, what are you looking at for game 2? Game 2 in Boston, are you expecting more of the same?
That hot start, 37 in the first quarter. I'm not expecting that. What I am going to expect is the same defensive tendencies that they showed in that first quarter. I'm expecting that again in game 2 and game 3 and however long this series goes.
Okay.
I'm expecting them to be defensively disciplined. I'm expecting them to never give Boston. I'm not expecting them to give the Mavericks anything easy at all. And as a matter of fact, I'm expecting the guards to learn more and more. Well, the players that have to guard Luka and Kyrie, I expect them to learn more and more. Maybe by like game 2, game 3. If they're not making them use their whole entire bag of tricks by game 2, game 3. Then it's gonna be pretty ugly. But if they're forcing them to make every move a tough one, they're gonna go back to film and they're gonna put the straps on them.
Okay. What about you, bro? What do you see?
Man, what I'm seeing in this series, I think it's gonna come down to the first and the third quarters of each game. To me, I'm looking at who starts fast in the first quarter, and I'm also looking at what's the adjustments being made in halftime and how they come out in the third quarter. To me, that'll be the key in this series, because we seen the Boston Celtics come out and jump out on the Mavericks and then kind of control the tempo and play their style of basketball.
Yeah.
So I think the goal is, if Jason Kidd, the number one thing he's saying, man, we got to start early. We got to jump out on them before they jump out on us.
Yeah.
I feel like if Dallas jump out on them, they'll kind of be able to dictate. Luka will get more settled in. Kyrie will get more into his bag. But I feel like if the Celtics come out and continue to jump out, it'll be similar to more of what we've seen today. So I think the first and the third quarter is very key in this series.
So for me, Jason Kidd is one of the best point guards the NBA has seen.
Mm-hmm.
And on offense as well as defense. Jason Kidd was extremely crafty on defense. He had to play. He was guarding D-Wade a lot in that NBA
Very
finals.
underrated defender.
So,
Yeah, but he was hurt.
So-
He held him in 06.
well, for the finals that he played him in and beat him, he did a great job. So, that being the case, I expect Jason Kidd to come out and make the adjustments needed for Dallas to come out in game 2 and even the series.
Who was
up.
the defensive coach? Who was the defensive coach in that 11 year? Who was with Carlisle? Was that the dude that used to coach in New York? Was that Woody?
It might have been. I don't remember. That was a good minute ago, so I don't remember who's on the sideline with him. But what I do expect from Jason,
I was just saying to say Woody ain't there right now. That's all I was
I
saying.
mean,
That's all I was saying.
I hear what you're saying. I
That's
hear
all
what
I
you're
was saying
saying.
that for.
But I think Dallas will come out in game 2. They'll go back. They'll watch film. Game 2 is not to Sunday. So they're going to be able to rest, watch film,
He's
make
aggressive, too.
adjustments, and if Dallas can even the score and take it back to Dallas, I don't see Boston getting it done.
Okay.
That's just me. I still got Dallas in 6. I'm not going to overreact over game 1.
Wow.
That's me. I'm not overreacting to game 1.
Man, you about to make me crash out and say Boston at 5, but I got Boston at 6, but you about to make me crash out and be like Boston at 5. I feel like they're gonna lock. That's what I'm saying. If they just stay defensively disciplined and just let them play their game, by game 3, max if it got to go to 4. I don't think so because everybody there has high IQ. But by 3, they gonna have made them use every bag that they got. You see, he doing He doing double moves because he's scared of Jaylen Brown right now. Right. I don't even think you say it's tight. I think he's scared. Well, he gonna get over that. He not scared for long. That's what I love about Luka.
I was gonna say Luka has 30 and 10 right now.
No, like I said, he ain't scared for long.
So when Jaylen Brown's on Luka, he has been doing a good job. I've seen him rip him twice and then turn it around for a wide open dunk. Yeah. So I have seen that twice from Jaylen Brown. However, Luka is still Luka.
For sure.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, look, my reputation on line. So now that you need to get your tail and get right, get more athletic, start off, like I said, first and third quarter is going to be key for you
and
guys.
On top of it,
key for you guys.
Who's guarded Jason Tatum in what you call it, in Jaylen Brown?
Here's the thing. The Boston Celtics
guarding Brown,
getting cooked.
The Boston Celtics are the ultimate front runners.
I'm telling you what's happening.
I'll just tell you who's guarding.
You can look up the score right now. It's looking like why are you on
Tatum only has 15.
Yeah,
this was a Brown featuring Porzingis.
No. Tatum is always slow. That's why I don't like when people say like.
That's why the first and third quarter is so key in this series. Yeah. And the simple fact of it is, like, you got of course I think it stay tight. I think they playing tight, but at the same time, they got to get into some packages. Like I said, you got to get Luka settled in. Kyrie got to make more of an impact. He got to make more of a statement.
Absolutely.
And I didn't really see him out there too much tonight, man. It was like he was non-existent.
But you were saying Tatum always starts out slow, but what?
Yeah, so like I'm not tripping on what he contributes offensively because he's such an all-around player. He's gonna have that night where he's gonna be 30 and 10, or he's gonna be 30, 10, and 5 with a steal or two. So it's like I'm okay with how he starts off because the parts around him can always make up for what he doesn't do in that particular moment. And well, I ain't gonna say always because Jaylen Brown comes through as well. But he will, when he gets an opportunity to come through, he will showcase why he is one of the leaders on that team.
So what happens if Jaylen Brown goes on to become the Finals MVP?
Okay, so hold that thought. So I love the question. That was actually next on our board. Jaylen Brown in this first game has hooped. Like, no question about it. In this entire playoff series, he's hooped. You said Tatum, he starts slow, but he can turn it on when he needs to.
Yeah.
So, this is a two-part for me. One is Jaylen Brown becoming Batman, and Tatum's becoming Robin. That's one. And then two, if the Celtics do win, and Brown becomes the MVP of the finals, what is that going to mean for their dynamic in the face of the league?
All right, I'll answer the first question. There's not a Batman and Robin situation going on. It's more of like a Justice League. So if you want a better comparison, if you want to say in regards to performance, you could do more like a Batman and Hawkgirl situation. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me what I'm saying.
Like, I'm just saying, like, Hawkgirl's she's not to be disrespected. However, she's not like the upper echelon of the Justice League.
So Tatum would be Hawkgirl?
No, I'm sorry. I just thought it would be funny. I just thought it would be funny.
Just go to Teen Titans.
It's basically, but no, it is more like a Justice League thing. It's just like right now,
Batman and Flash.
Batman and Flash. That's what I was gonna say at first. But so it's just like it's like a Batman and Flash. There's no little homie, big homie thing. Even though Jaylen Brown is older and stuff like
about
that.
a year.
So JB,
yeah, I know. So it doesn't matter, right?
So JB, exactly. I see E-Man skating on it, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit more.
What am I saying?
So
I'm saying that they both like right there.
You trying to get us out?
The Hawkgirl was funny.
You trying to skate around this? So I'm gonna
talk about it.
I'm gonna go even deeper. Okay, so let's say Dallas win this series.
Okay.
But Brown have a great showing.
Okay.
And they come up short, and Tatum don't have a great showing. Where do the Celtics go?
They're not trading Jason Tatum.
I'm just saying, what happens?
Is
this
as a talent? He's a top 5 talent. As a player on the court, he's probably like closer to 10 than 5.
No, I'm asking.
So you're not trading him.
So I'm asking in the point of, do we start to make Brown the focal point?
I mean,
or do we keep it?
It's not going to be like when. My bad if I spat on you. It's not going to be like when Bradley Beal was asking for more touches. It's not going to be like the gap in regards of how many touches he was getting versus how many he wants now. It's not going to be like that. It might be like, hey, I want to give him, if you can, not if you can, but like if I was to think of averages, let's say Jaylen Brown is getting 17 touches right now. 17 shots up a game, and Jason Tatum is getting 22 shots up a game. Next year, it might look like Jaylen Brown getting 19 shots or 20 shots a game, and Jason Tatum is getting maybe 20, 21 shots a game. I don't see like, if they lose, it's just going to be devastating because this is the best team that they put around both players. Yeah. So it'd be devastating if they lose. But I don't see, like, in regards of getting rid of one, like addition, like subtraction by addition, I don't see that occurring.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And just not to ask me a question, I know you the whole thing. But I'm just curious because, like, how many more times did you get? I know these guys are young, I get it. Sure. But at this point, they got to grow up fast. This is the second finals, and this like the fifth conference finals.
This is six.
So the sixth. So how many more times do you keep, like, what else can you put around them? They got everything that they need. If they don't get it done this year, it comes to a point. Do you continue to pay both of them $300
let me ask you a question.
And they not being and they're not able to get it done?
The answer to your question, from a logical standpoint, no. But basketball sense, absolutely.
$600 million, that's crazy.
$600 million for 2 players.
Absolutely. Hey, what was your second question?
Okay, so face of the league. If the Celtics win, Brown's MVP, is he now the face of the league?
The NBA won't make Brown the face of the league because he got too much Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in him, and he's not a Muslim, which means he can kind of be considered a radical.
Okay.
I didn't think of it that way, but I just don't see it.
No, because you remember what he said?
So what's keeping him back from being? You're saying
remember what he
him
said?
Being a radical is keeping him back.
Remember what he said when he got the $300 million?
He wanted to invest in the people, in the community.
That's not what he said. What he said verbatim was, "I want to build a Black Wall Street in Boston." In one of the most racist towns in America, he wanted to build a Black Wall Street.
And he said he wanted to close, but ultimately he was saying he wanted to close the wealth gap.
Yeah.
I don't think he was necessarily
saying. Now you're bringing politics to the NBA.
Yeah. But
that's a radical.
LeBron does that as well.
Yes, but he does it on a soft thing because I don't want to do that. I really don't want to turn. He does it more. Jaylen Brown does it in a more radical fashion of, we have real issues to solve in America from a black man's plight standpoint, and this is what I feel like we can do to do those things.
Right.
I don't want to say what I would want to say about what LeBron is doing from a political standpoint. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is not the platform.
I got you. So but you feel the same way. In a sense that they couldn't make him the face of the league. Marketability, man. We got to get him some commercials. It'll be, to me, it's left field.
Think about it this way.
Ain't nobody has said anything about Jaylen Brown in the face of the. For him to be the face of the league coming out of nowhere, like, he ain't even clearly the best player on his team. so
it's not. I get you, but this is why I think Jaylen Brown's not marketable. Imagine Kendrick Lamar, "We Gonna Be Alright" music video. Now imagine that being a commercial for Nike to play basketball. You can't put the two together. It's cool like "We Gonna Be Alright," the music video, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But now imagine them trying to incorporate the message of like us from a community standpoint, "We Gonna Be Alright," and it's because of Jaylen Brown. Right. You don't want to make them like that. Because that's where the market is going to be. That's what he's going to want to push.
For me, now, I'm not saying it's impossible because I can think of a few ways to market Jaylen Brown. Okay. You remember the Spike Lee commercial?
Which one?
When he was sitting on the goal and Jordan was dunking and doing everything.
I don't think he got a problem talking though.
But I know he's very smart. I mean, this is an Ivy League guy. I mean, he's very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying to the fact of, you know, he comes off as a quiet, introverted type person. I mean, when he speaks, I mean, he says something important, but he's not a overly talkative person. Like, I don't think he's
but
like
Kevin Durant wasn't either for a long time.
Yeah, and he's
for a long time
very, very marketable.
Kevin Durant wasn't, and he was considered one of the faces of the league for sure.
Very marketable person too.
But his talent could not be denied though. So
I mean, but can Brown's talent really be denied though? Because especially in this playoff run, he was literally just the Eastern Conference MVP,
game winners,
hitting game winners, locking up.
Well, here's the thing too. I also think it plays a big role because you cannot control Jaylen Brown. I mean, let's think about beginning of the season.
From a mental standpoint.
Even from the beginning of the season, when he went and played a couple games in the Big Three. I'm pretty sure
he played the All-Star game in the Big Three.
But I'm pretty
That's
sure.
crazy.
But I'm pretty sure the Celtics couldn't have been happy about that. I mean, they went along with
it. The NBA wasn't happy
about
about
they couldn't have been happy about that.
They trying to
him going to play, you got a $300 million player, anything can happen. I mean, you can fall getting out of bed.
Yeah.
I mean, but the fact you gonna go play with other guys that might be jealous and who these $300 million guys, you can't help but say, I mean, if I'm playing in the league and a $300 million player come up against me, I'm gonna try to put him on his tail.
You think Jaylen Brown asked him? Asked the Celtics?
He probably told him.
Well, I mean,
he probably told him.
I mean,
he told him like, "Hey, I'm about to go play."
You think he emailed him?
Probably text. Hey, yo, you want to hear about this? I'm about to hoop in the Big Three All-Star tournament, so.
That's crazy.
But
somebody in town.
Of course, with something like that, you would have to get approval. I mean, we saw him really taking it light. I mean, he was not out there.
No, you're not gonna go for bro.
Type of
you're not gonna go for bro.
But at the same time, that's a major chance when you got that type of money invested in a player. I wouldn't want my star player playing in any other league but the NBA. So you know,
man, they already play like the Drew Leagues and the Summer Leagues and everything like that.
But that showed me though that he cannot be controlled in that way, and I think that scares the NBA.
Man, here's what I would say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Here's what he can be marketable. What I'm gonna say is this. And I don't know who his PR team is. I don't know who his team is, period. But get the same team that Jalen Hurts has. Because he's surrounded by a whole bunch of women, they will make you marketable. Hey. Listen, you could be a bummy dude, and they will clean you up and they will flip that image, and next thing you know, you're going to be the who's who of everything on the front.
We can even just go to like what's popular today type thing, right? In regards to like braids being a thing. He came to the league with like a fro, a mohawk or something like that. Then he went to a fade, then he went to a fro, then he went to braids. So he's obviously trying to shape his image to one where it's palatable for people to say, okay, we can put money behind you for you to do this. Or money. I think one time he even had beads in his braids. Yeah. I may be doing too much with that one, but I think I saw him with some black beads in his braids. So it's like he's showcasing that like he
me myself, man. My favorite. I mean, because myself. My favorite haircut of his was the fro, man. Like that was just in his bag, man. Yeah. I like the fro, Jaden.
He's switching up certain styles. He's trying to figure out something that works for him that possibly could work for, dollars or something for the most part. I'm surprised he don't have like something small, like an auto dealership deal somewhere in Boston. Like,
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Or anything that's like tech related, or like anything that's like athletic or tech related. I feel like that's for sure his lane. Yeah. With his marketing, where you could put him in to be like,
he turned down MIT.
Boy,
he turned down MIT,
but he didn't make the wrong decision. He didn't make the wrong decision.
He turned down MIT not to play basketball. Yeah, he turned down MIT to go to
No.
In Harvard.
No, I understand what you're saying.
To go to Berkeley. And Berkeley's a great school.
I understand.
But it's like, when we talk about
where
technical leader,
that $300 million
IT leaders of tomorrow, they go through that MIT pipeline. Just like you used to have to go through Oak Hill to go to the league or go somewhere nice in college.
UCLA.
Yeah. So it's like, for you to know, like, this is what I want to do, but I still like to hoop, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to just go to this super dope school that's going to allow me to play basketball.
Let me tell you this.
The awareness is
Let me tell you this. I think for sure after this season he's going to have more commercials. Yeah. But if he really want to take over the commercial game, go to Cleveland. I mean, it works for Baker Mayfield. You could watch football without seeing a Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield came in the league with commercials.
Cleveland welcomes all ballers. Cleveland welcomes all ballers.
That was just something to put there in his head.
Hey, that's the only.
Hey, meet me on Lake Erie.
Y'all won't be going to no Super Bowls, but you will see orange.
Hey, we'll talk about that. No. We're going to Super Bowl.
All over the TV.
Oh, progressive commercial.
Oh, he was progressive?
You know, Cleveland like the guy from the own progressive. That's why Baker had all the commercials.
The owner is like, from Cleveland?
Yeah, he's like from Cleveland.
Alright, so anyway.
Hey, what if, hold on, real fast.
Real fast. It be your own people.
Real fast.
We're talking about basketball.
Hold on.
And y'all trying
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, what's up?
What if Baker Mayfield went to Cleveland for a business decision? Jesus. And it wasn't to play football.
You got drafted.
No. I'm tripping. Not. I said it wrong. What if he tried to stay with Cleveland because of business and not because of football?
He ain't gonna have it. He got traded.
No. He was trying to. No, he wanted to leave.
When we got Deshaun Watson,
he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave, but his value was so bad. It was just like, you gotta stay.
No. That's not what happened. No. What happened was Deshaun Watson wanted out of Houston. We made the trade, and he thought that we were gonna be like, no, we're gonna run it back with Baker because Baker got hurt that year.
That's true. I asked you wrong. My bad.
No, that's good. So anyway,
you got that one.
Anyway,
I can't believe that though.
I know, but hey, for real though. So in this series, the others obviously matter. We saw Chris Porzingis, who's an other now. Even though he was a top 3 pick at one point, he's an other now, just where he is in his career. We saw him come out tonight.
Can we say X Factor for him? We can't call him an other.
He's an other who was the X Factor. That's what he was. Because usually his in the playoffs he's averaging, I think it was a 14 a game.
12.5.
Yeah, so that's other numbers. Tonight, But tonight he gave you 20, and most of that was before halftime.
With respect, how many places did he go when he was in the playoffs?
New York.
Probably went once.
Did New York make where he was there? Because I don't even remember New York.
He's been hurt so much.
But yeah, that's the thing. He stays hurt. But okay, so others. What are you thinking for the others? What are we expecting for the rest of this?
Can we nip that in the bud?
What, the others?
Nah. Let's keep going.
You don't believe in them?
Well, in regards to Kristaps, I got to do the X Factor. You got to show some type of respect. And I'm going for Boston, so I don't like how you call him an other.
What's wrong with being the other? Others help you win. You got your guys.
Others.
You got the main guys who are like your star or your 2 stars, and then everybody else is another.
I got
Drew
you,
Holiday.
I got you, JB. I got you, JB.
You think Drew
JB, I got you.
Drew's not an other?
No! Stop using Boston Celtics players. Talk about Max Kleber.
Hey, man.
That's an other.
Hey, man, we won't say others.
All right.
Bus riders. Go ahead.
Damn.
PJ Washington, no matter how many threes he hits, he's another.
Okay.
Jones, he's another.
Okay.
So you got Irving and Luka. Those are the main guys. Everybody else is the other.
Okay.
Jalen and Jason.
You can't use that with the Boston Celtics. That's 35. Yes. That's 35 minus Porzingis.
Are you building the team around Drew?
Am I building a team
around Drew?
Are you building
the team around Drew?
Versus who? Versus what?
It doesn't matter. You're a GM of a team. You get the entire NBA to start with. Oh. Are you saying, all right, give me Drew, number 1. Give me Drew, number 10.
Drew 10 for sure.
He's the 10th best player in the league, and you gonna start your team around?
No, but if I got the 10th pick and I got the opportunity to pick him up,
you would pick. Well, you don't want a job. Well, all right. so others, because he's obvious. Whatever. Hey,
I'm just having fun with him. I'm just having fun with him. I get what he's saying, but I'm just not giving it to him. Pause. But go ahead.
All right. So others. What are we expecting from him?
Oh man. So of course, Porzingis is going to be a big deal for this series.
Obviously.
And for Boston, you know, I feel the bench is going to be real key for them. Of course, you got Derek White. He always shows up in a big way for these guys. For Dallas, man, those big guys going to need to play a good game. I mean, Gafford and Likely. They're going to have a real big series. And possibly see a little bit more of Tim Hardaway Jr. in this series too. I think they're going to need his shooting.
What made the Mavericks shut him out?
Well, you know, he had a rough patch. He was playing pretty
the
rough.
previous series, he's been throwing up bricks, turnovers.
No.
He
I'm
hasn't
talking
been
about
locking
all
up.
season.
Well, he was hurt. He was hurt.
J. Kidd was.
He was hurt for.
Well, even after that, I feel like J. Kidd.
Well, you know, he came back in the playoffs, but you know, but the shooting was kind of off.
The shooting was off. The decision making was off. The defense, he was slow in rotation.
Yeah, and Minnesota was a really big physical team.
Yeah, that's not a good team.
But I think in this series, for sure, he's gonna need they're gonna need his spark off the bench, especially when they sit down. Kyrie Irving to get him a breather. I think he's going to be real clutch for them.
But the way they stagger, the way that Boston staggers that team.
But here's what you got to remember.
I just don't see how
here's what you got to remember. Hardaway has been there, I think, the entire stint of Luka. So they know how to play together really well. So they do play real good ball together. I think most of the parties that he's been out, you know, he's been injured. And, you know, they kind of rushed. I feel like they rushed him back. And he was forcing a lot of shots. And I think his confidence kind of went down in that last series. But I think
get his hands up like a daddy.
Yeah, I think for sure they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him in a big way. So I think his playing time is gonna go up. But yeah, like as far as the others, I think the Celtics are really deep, but I think the Dallas Mavericks are even deeper. So
I think they deeper from
Boston may have the better.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Boston may have the better starting five, but I think that Dallas is like 9 to 10 deep, and that's a lot.
But they 9 to 10 deep of high octane role players.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Boston's top heavy, but they're top heavy.
You think they top heavy?
Well, okay. No, not necessarily top heavy. Their top five just hoops.
Yeah.
Their top five is just like the five that you would want. Like
then they run 7.
And then you got Preacher coming in with that energy.
7.
You got Preacher coming in with a lot of energy, and yeah. So I think Dallas is a lot deeper. But like I said, it's gonna come down to those first and third quarters to me. The first quarter, how they start the game, and the adjustments after the halftime. So
okay, so tell me this: and we're still super early in the series. There's still a lot of minutes and games to be played. Whose legacy has the most to gain from winning the championship or winning the championship MVP? Bro, you start moving.
For sure is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
No, just one. You got to pick one player.
I think it's Jason Tatum. They say it's always hard to get that first one, but I think once he get that first one, if he go on to become MVP, of course, like that.
So if he doesn't become MVP, if Brown gets an MVP, he gets a championship. Does his legacy gain, or is that gonna be like a mark that we're gonna look back on in the future and say, but he wasn't the MVP of that?
To answer the second part of your question, I don't think so, because the Warriors have won 4 championships, and Steph only has 1 Finals MVP. And then when he won that Finals MVP, that's when people were just like, he finally got it, good. But when he won the ring, it was like, oh yeah, he's number 1 point guard of all time.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. I think he's 2. but they will say he's number one point guard of all time.
This is why I say Tatum, because it's kind of like Dallas playing with house money. Nobody expected Dallas to be here. We thought there was I thought they was at least 1 to 2 years away of being here. Mm-hmm. I mean, nobody had Dallas in the finals. If we being real,
no, I didn't have
nobody had them being there. I mean, of course, they got an ultra talented backcourt, but I think that they're playing with house money. But Tatum has the expectations been there all season. They've been the best team in the regular season.
They won 62 games, 64 games.
Right, and they got rid of one of their day one guys in Marcus Smart, and they picked up Drew Holiday, and they picked up Porzingis, and everybody has been saying all year Porzingis is that missing piece.
Yeah.
So and then you just paid Jaylen Brown the $300+ million, and Tatum is coming up next. He's going to get the $300+ million. So I think all the pressure has been on these young guys, and if you go to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals 5 straight years, I mean the pressure has been on them all year, and to this point they have overcame the pressure. To the point where this team have only lost 2 games in the playoffs, and when they lose, they get talked about horrible. I mean, they come after them every time. So to the point where this team can't even lose a game in the playoff without taking major, criticism. So I think they got everything to gain.
So I hear what you're saying, but I think I feel like they have the most to lose if they lose. If Boston loses, the hell and the just judgment that's going to come down on them from the entire basketball world and the fans and the city, I feel like that's going to be crazy.
You really got to think about breaking this team up.
So I feel like they have the most to lose. As far as the most to gain, I'm going with Luka in this one, because I feel if Luka wins the championship and he wins the championship MVP, we can pretty much guess in the future he's going to have a couple regular season MVPs, but Luka's not from the States. So the same way Joker became a big deal internationally, I feel like Luka would be that times 10, because Luka's personality is a lot just bigger and friendlier than what Joker's do.
And he's a trash talker.
Because Joker's is just like, I can hoop. However, also on the ride horses, hell, my friends go home, da 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 da. Luka's like, hey, I'm 24. Like, yeah, we hanging out. What's up? We gonna turn up. I'm gonna talk to the people. We gonna wave. We gonna have a good time. This, that, and the third. So I feel like Luka can literally gain the world from winning the championship.
I agree with that. I could just see now an Air Jordan commercial when he was a kid. Probably the first time he touched a basketball. To like it. It's kind of low key, kind of scripted for Mavericks to win, because how I'm picturing this in my head now is just like.
They're playing with house money.
Boom, you got Luka as a kid, first time touching a ball. Now you got him playing professional for the first time. Now you see him winning the MVP of the Euro, and then several months later becoming the number 3 or number 2?
No, he was like number 11, I think.
No, he was picked like...
No, he wasn't. He was
like 3 or 2. He was like 3 or 2. Because Atlanta had the 3rd pick or the 2nd pick.
I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, they're going to show him getting picked high, and they're going to show him going to work, Luka Magic this.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He was 3rd.
It's going to be pandemonium in the out here in the basketball world. Like, how they going to rank him, how they going to look at him. He might move Embiid like that top 3.
Yeah.
He win this chip. It's gonna be Giannis, Joker, Luka, and it's gonna be nothing to deny that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can just see how it's gonna be.
So
remember when Kawhi won that ring? Right. He in every low rider, every New Balance commercial.
Right. Yeah.
He had every boxing match. Oh, it's gonna be.
So are we saying that they win? He's the face of the NBA?
I think so.
Or are you saying he's a bridge?
No, I think he'll be the face of the league. I think he'll be the face of the league for here in the States and especially internationally, because you know how the NBA is trying to push the game global, which they have. Right. But this is just making it even
Spanish.
Yeah,
Oh,
English,
man.
Spanish, like several languages.
Jordan got it sold up. They gonna have Luka name in Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese.
Yeah, Mandarin.
What? They gonna have this name in every language.
So both of you guys are saying basically that Luka.
If Luka wins, he as an individual, he'll have the absolute most of the game to me.
Yeah. And then after him, since we agree on that, I'm gonna say after him, who has the most of the game, is Kyrie. For me, let me explain.
Oh, if you're saying if the Mavs win,
yeah, but I mean like out of everybody, who would have the second most of the game would be Kyrie.
That's another cool story.
Only because he won with Bron, and then he won with Luka, which shows that like.
He's the best Robin since Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, that's it. wait. But which matters though? Because that person who's sitting in that second seat, for like any NBA team, because nobody does it one deep. On any NBA team, the person who sits in that second seat really matters. If it's Kyrie with the type of players that Luka and Bron are, that just shows like. No, that man was nasty, and I feel like that would get him in the hall. I just sure get him in the hall.
I just can't agree with you, JB, because I don't understand how he could have the most of game when his most of game is only backseat. Like
because that most of game is gonna get him into the hall. Okay,
if Kyrie Hall of Fame,
you think he would get into the Hall of Fame?
I think
if he retired at the end of this year, no ring. No second ring. You think he'll get into the Hall?
No second ring? Oh, you really got the Mavs real bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't win, do you think he'll get into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I think he's a Hall of Famer already.
Because I had a conversation with somebody about
the NBA Hall of Fame is easy to get into.
It is easy to get into. I had a conversation about Kevin Love. And Kevin Love, for the last decade and some change, probably has contributed the least of any superstar in the last 15 years to basketball. And I think I did like a Google search of his percentage, and it's like 70-75%.
Of going to the winning percentage.
Honestly, I'm going to the Hall of Fame. His percentage of going to the Hall of Fame.
Honestly, what is the criteria
for basketball?
What are the criteria? What are the criteria?
It's low because it's not only NBA basketball players in the Hall of Fame.
I think it's favoritism.
You have college players in the Hall of Fame. You have players that went from college to overseas in the Hall of Fame. So it's like it's not low, but when you consider pro amateur,
like if you consider like how hard it is for the NFL compared or baseball MLB compared to
that's because
compared to NBA,
they're not adding in
like the Canadian football.
No.
I don't know if they
what's the G League of the MLB? They got 3 of them. I can't think of what they call it.
I know what you're doing.
It's not like it's the single A or the triple A or the double A. It's not like they adding those players to the MLB Hall of Fame. It's the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Versus it's not the National Basketball Association Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. Right. So it's like, for instance,
but do you still
Reggie Miller's sister who never played professional basketball. She never played professional basketball, but she's in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay, so like just like getting into the Hall of Fame for the NBA, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like it should carry more weight. I feel like it should be heavier to get into the Hall of Fame. There should be more obstacles. I get it's a Basketball Hall of Fame, so if you want to have the best at that time at each one, so like if you have the best college player and you let them into the Hall, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue that, but like. I feel like they kind of just opening the door at this point and just letting people.
Yeah, my thing is like, what are the criteria?
It's been a lot stricter though. You don't just see.
But here's my thing, because you will see some people in the Hall of Fame and you be like,
and when's the last?
What have they won? And then you got some guys like a Derek Fisher, to me, right? So he got 5 rings. I mean, of course he played alongside Kobe.
Rick Fox got 3,
and Shaq.
Yeah,
Robert Horry has 7.
But I think Robert Horry is the first ballot Hall of Famer.
At what?
Basketball. NBA.
What kind of basketball?
Man, big shot, Robert Ory.
Hey, he must be talking about one particular part of the basketball game, which is shooting.
No.
But not even shooting.
I love Robert Horry.
Yeah,
I love Robert Horry. And because of him,
he's the.
we got
Max
one
said
of them.
Iguodala, that's Robert Ory. If you want someone to take that shot, that's Robert Ory.
You said Iguodala's a Hall of Famer?
Iguodala's a Hall of Famer? He probably.
You gotta go
He
back
has
to
a
the
higher chance.
No, you gotta go back to the Philadelphia days too.
Yeah, he probably will because he does have some All-Stars.
He has a higher chance.
Has rings, a Finals MVP, so he'll probably make it. Grant Hill's in there. Vince Carter's in there.
Well, Grant Hill was
a hooper. He just got played by injuries.
Yeah,
it still happens.
Certain people.
It still
that
happens.
You saw that trajectory and you saw the work that they had already put in. Yeah, they got it. Like T-Mac got that nod.
He should.
Brandon Roy.
So why would T-Mac be a Hall of Famer?
T-Mac is a hooper. That's not what I'm saying. T-Mac is, to me, Kevin Durant and Tracy McGrady are the same player.
I'm saying
However,
if we're gonna talk about
because he had injuries and he didn't get accomplished.
If we're talking about Grant Hill, how much more Tracy McGrady?
I don't think either one of them should be in the Hall.
Oh, I got you. But since they both are in the Hall of Fame, if you're bringing up Grant Hill, you can't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm naming people who I don't think should be.
Who shouldn't be in.
Yeah, I'm not naming people who should. I'm naming people who I don't think they should be in. Unless you let Grant Hill in off for his college.
It's off for
you let him out for the Duke days.
Prospect, kind of. Because we all know.
Crazy. That's like.
No, I get it.
I don't even really follow the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they moved the goalpost. To me, I think it's a favoritism award for them, as far as like the Hall of Fame.
I feel like a guy like Tracy McGrady.
Is Steve Kerr a Hall of Fame?
No.
You say who?
No, I think he is. I think
a Hall of Fame?
No, he's not.
Because like I said,
Hall of Fame.
If he's a Hall of Famer, then how you going to say Robert Ory's not a Hall of Famer? So I don't know if these guys are Hall of Famers.
He's going to go in as a coach.
Yeah, of course as a coach.
Yeah, he's going to go, but not as a player.
But like, okay, is Mark Jackson?
Well, Mark Jackson is different though because he's like top. He
should be because he's
like
top
5 in assists and like top 10 in steals.
Yes.
So how you going to say John Stockton is a Hall of Famer?
Because John Stockton's number 1 by a mile
in steals
and assists.
And Mark Jackson is high up.
No, but he's number 1 by a mile, and he saw the NBA Finals twice. And he averaged plus 10 assists most of his career.
But to Mark Jackson,
he averages more.
But to Mark Jackson,
and he was super low turnover.
They did keep running into Jordan. I mean,
I would say this.
But you also got to do this.
I'll say this.
Or when Jordan was there, they should have
Although
won.
John Stockton is, he gets the credit for what he's due. I think him and Karl Malone are the 2 best systematic players to ever play the game of basketball. So I just feel like if you do 2 of the best systematic players in NBA history on a team together, they're going to do that. And that's just how I feel.
And you know what? I'm not gonna argue that. If that's how you feel, that's fine. That's cool. But if you thrive
number-wise, because
if you thrive in that system, if you thrive in that system,
is he your top 5 point guards?
John Stockton in my top 5 point guards: Magic, Steph, Isaiah. Magic, Steph, Isaiah.
Are you trying not to say his name, or are you trying to put your top 5 together right now?
I'm trying to put my top 5 together. It's kind of hard to leave him out. He'll probably be somewhere between 5.
Is it because his numbers?
Because of his numbers, absolutely.
So
and he didn't see the finals twice. It's not like he didn't see the finals twice.
So let's go back to square one. So if Kyrie Irving don't win the championship, he's not a Hall of Famer?
I think he
is just because it's because of the
but we moving the goalpost now.
Just because
we moving the goalpost.
Yeah,
why?
Because Kyrie Irving do a lot of stuff good, but yes, he dribbles great. He's the best dribbler of all time.
Number
since when is being
I don't even know
a great dribbler?
Points.
Since when does being a great dribbler make you
I don't even know if he has 10. I don't even know. He probably has 10,000 points.
He's
I don't
good.
even think he has 15,000
He's good.
Points. Steph just reached 20,000. So
but I'm saying, we know why Steph is a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest shooter of all time. He got 4 championships.
I really hate that. That's the reason why.
He's the greatest shooter of all
No,
time.
he is the
He
greatest.
got 4
scorer.
championship team, great scorer. I mean, he's the franchise leader, and he's been playing at the same place.
No, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
What makes Kyrie Irving Hall of
Kyrie Irving
Famer.
has been an All-NBA player. He's been to multiple All-Star games.
Multiple championships.
He's been to the finals several times. He's won a ring. Though that alone is going to give him a higher percentage.
So why wouldn't a Derek Fisher?
Because Derek Fisher has no
Because he got
All-NBAs.
5 championships.
He has no
That's
All-NBAs.
it. That's literally
He
it.
has no All-NBAs.
No assist
He has
leaders. No
no
All-Stars.
No All-Stars. None of that.
His
And
resume starts.
He's a top.
No, he's not. Has he been all defensive team?
He has no.
Because I don't think
He probably has been.
I don't think he's
Let's
been
look
all
it
defensive.
up. Let's
He
go.
has
to
no.
Derek.
He has no defensive accolades. I'm just trying to say.
Because who has? I don't know.
This
Derek
time with
Fisher
Derek
for
Fisher, All-NBA defense.
Let me see, because I never known him to lock anybody up.
No, he's a defender.
Nah, he's
No, I didn't say he's not.
that year in Utah when he left, we go to
I'm not-
Utah. He
I'm not
was a
saying he's not a
very
defender.
crucial
But
piece
I
for that
mean-
team.
I mean to be like all defense. So no,
Yeah, man.
it doesn't exist.
I'm just saying, bro.
And
Like,
it's a
and
reason
he
why.
had like a 17.
There's a reason Kobe never won a
18-year
championship
career.
without him. There's a reason Kobe never won a championship.
Oh, no. Key players are key players.
Yes, but you could also
And
plug
he
other
hit
people
big
in that
shots.
role.
The 0.4 seconds.
You can plug.
Yeah, he was on Jimmy Kimmel because of it. Salute.
If
And
you
then
put-
you
if
go
you
about
put
your
a- but look,
business.
if you put Chris Paul in that same spot, they would have never needed that 0.4 seconds.
You can't say that.
I ain't
You
gonna
can't
say
say
that.
that
I
because
won't
we
say
can't
that.
keep making
I
excuses.
won't.
We can't keep making excuses for Chris
Stupid
Paul.
as hell.
Because
We can't keep making
because-
excuses for Chris Paul because he's gonna have more than his first chances to get a championship.
But Chris Paul
I
has
get-
had
I
to
get
be
it, but
the best
Chris-
player
yeah.
pretty much on every team he's ever played.
Every
You're not
time.
asking Derek Fisher to be the best player on any
I'm
team
not
he's ever
saying-
played on, except for when he was in college at
But this
Arkansas.
win starting in your role and then
That makes you a great role player. Maybe you get your name put up in the stadium where you played, but the Hall of Fame, absolutely not.
that make you a great player for starting in your role.
Let me tell you what his Hall of Fame. Let me tell you where he got his gold jacket at. Where he became a coach for the New York Knicks. That was his gold jacket.
Man,
Yeah, that was his gold jacket. That was his gold jacket.
to me, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
To me.
You can't say
And
because
I'm not
of
even a
Kyrie.
Laker. I'm not even a Laker.
Okay, so after the
What else?
five,
What else? Tell me
after
his
the
numbers.
5 rings, what makes him a Hall of Famer?
He's a winner.
How many points he averaged?
That goes with the
Hey,
championship.
If he averaged 9 a game, and that's just me being nice,
He's been a winner.
You'll be like, that's smooth.
He averaged 8 a game. Go ahead, tell me more.
He was man. Look,
I was
he was
being
key.
nice with
He was
nine.
key to those championship
Maybe
teams.
he gave us a lot of assists.
Name me
I
the
watched
year.
those games.
Maybe he gave us a lot of assists, but he didn't. It was just 3. So give me something else.
Man,
There has to be a reason. There has to be, except for he stood next to
But
Kobe.
you can't say the
Because
5
we-
rings with
Because
him.
Pau
because
Gasol was the second best player on that team. The third best player on
No,
that
no,
team
no.
was Lamar Odom.
Before,
No, on the
Kobe
second.
was the second best player on that team.
Okay, so if we go to the first one, it goes Shaq, Kobe.
Is Ron Artest the Hall of Famer? Middle.
He has all
He
defensive teams.
He should be a.
And he was the number 1
He
option on
should
his
be a
team
Hall
that-
of Famer, but he should be one
Is
of the ones.
Paul George a Hall of Famer?
Now,
When it's out sitting there? Cause like I said,
all NBA.
they moved the
He
goalposts.
has all NBAs. His situation is kind of similar to
who?
Kevin Love's for me. Because you did everything on the front end of your
So
career.
you said Kevin Love is a Hall of Famer?
I told you, Google says he's a 70-75% chance.
He'll probably make it.
I don't think he should be a Hall of
Kevin
Famer.
Love was the best power forward in the NBA
I don't know what
for a
they-
little while.
I
For
honestly don't know
3-4
what they.
years.
I said a little while. What do you want from me?
What do they judge based off from? Because I don't know. Like
First is,
like when you start
what you do as
comparing
a
these,
team.
when you start comparing
What you
these
do as a
guys,
team.
like Tracy McGrady to me, what really did he do?
He led the league in scoring twice, back to back.
I mean, I wouldn't
He's
put
an
Tracy
all NBA
McGrady.
player. He's an all
His
NBA player.
his
He's a
injuries basically
seven-time.
kept him
He's
out.
a seven-time
For me.
NBA All-Star. He could have did it for a decade, but he did it for a decade
With
plus.
Tracy
He had
McGrady with no injuries
Mike
would have been one of the best
That
players.
case, Michael Redd, a Hall of Famer. Then
Michael Redd is not a Hall of Famer because
he could.
we saw everything that
he
Michael
could-
Redd had to offer in his career.
Could easily
When he was
could
around-
easily. No, Michael
Even
Redd
when he was
like-
by himself.
he could have easily led the league in scoring.
He couldn't have.
He
Because
could've.
That dude was
He was good enough to.
He
but
kept getting
He
hurt.
was good enough
He
to
kept
average
getting hurt.
22 a game.
He kept getting
No,
hurt.
he wasn't getting hurt.
He was averaging
He
They
30
were
points
just
at one point.
trash. They were just
No,
trash.
he ended up getting hurt.
He was getting hurt towards the end of his career. We talking
Michael
about
Redd
prime Michael Redd.
Michael Redd was cold.
He was cold. But he was a nice 22
He was on
a
a Hall of
game.
Fame trajectory.
He was a nice
If it would've
22 a
been
game
for
as the focal point of the offense. He dropped 60 and lost. That was the first time we ever heard of that happening.
Is Udonis Haslem a Hall of Famer?
No. Absolutely not.
Wait, you thought we were gonna say yes? Wait, you say yes?
You talking about longevity?
Man!
We don't talk about longevity and broad. We don't talk about these. We don't talk about these journeymen who give you 0.5 a game or a hand clap or a clap.
These guys are
Listen, good locker room guys are not Hall of Famers. No, I'm talking about being a good locker room guy isn't enough to give you a jacket for the
only thing he's gonna do is get you paid.
He was key pieces to championship teams.
We ain't saying he was.
Tell me more.
No, Josh. No, Josh. You're right. He was.
Udonis Haslem was.
He was.
In the
Okay. He was. Okay.
I know he was on some. I know he was on some defensive teams.
Which was
what?
I know he was
in what NBA? This will be up there.
It wasn't the No Boys Allowed Association.
This can't be the
National Boys Allowed Association.
This can't be the National Buckets Association.
Like I said, I don't really follow the Hall of Fame, but some of the guys I think that would be up in there.
You
not in there.
You rock with the unsung heroes. I feel you.
That is.
I feel you.
What you guys are saying that if you ain't a superstar player, you ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Basically,
and that's not true.
Basically, that's how it should be.
If that's the case, the Hall of Fame ain't that easy.
Let me ask you a question. It's harder now than it used to be. But
there's because they can't Chauncey Billups out.
I ask you a question. He's not in the Hall of Fame now.
He didn't get his. He still didn't get a call.
Boy, he ain't going to no Hall of Fame.
So Rip Hamilton in the Hall of Fame?
Chauncey, no.
No. Chauncey, yes.
The only person that's in the Hall of Fame
is Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. He was on multiple all-defensive teams. Yes, he going to the Hall of Fame. They came in Mutombo in there too. He won 3 of them.
Rudy Gobert in there too.
That's so trash.
By your measurements, then
he is going to be in there. But
okay, yeah, Chauncey went in this year. I had to make sure. I could have swore he had a speech. Yeah, he went in this year.
Oh, that means Rondo going to be in it. See, now they open the floodgates for some
nice. I gotta put Rondo.
No. But Chauncey Billups was the Finals MVP though.
Who cares?
That matters.
No, it doesn't.
It was
not on
the
that
Lakers.
team.
Yeah, it was
not on
the
that.
Lakers.
I don't care who
you
they're
know
up against.
We get way off subject.
Not on that team.
So I'm gonna ask you one more. Is Charles Oakley Hall of Fame?
No.
What?
Charles Oakley.
No. You don't get points for punching people in their face. You don't.
So I think Charles Oakley should be a Hall of Famer.
Why? Because he was an all NBA enforcer.
Is John Sally a Hall of Famer?
No.
John Sally is a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
John Sally a Hall of Famer?
No.
Bill Lambert?
Hell no. They told him he can't even coach college. Go to WNBA. When WNBA wasn't even a thought of.
Bill Lambert not a Hall of Famer?
No. They told that boy, hey, you want to coach the league? Hell no. All the stuff you did to us when we were trying to make money. You go to the WNBA, you know about your sins, boy.
A lot of people should
be. And he was cold in the WNBA as a coach.
These guys had impact, bro.
Yes, he did have impact. But guess what his impact at? The W. And I think they fired that boy. Hey, look at him. See if Bill Lambert still got a job at the W. See if he still got a job, bro. Look it up, man. I'll look it up. Hold on. Hey Siri. Does Bill Lambert still coaching the WNBA?
I don't think he do. No, he don't coach that much.
Oh Lord, seriously, leave her.
Oh yeah, that boy done 22.
She said,
that boy done 22.
I'm just saying these guys not only had impact, but they brought a certain style. Like, seriously, I feel like these guys should have been Hall of Fame. If they're not Hall of Famers,
you can't.
I don't really know. Like,
you can't say the dude that was shoulder checking the dude into the stands as like.
It was more than that too. It was a presence that they.
Nah, for sure.
Like,
don't come in the face. I'm finna beat the piss out of you. I feel you. I feel 100%.
So you say he should be in the President's Hall of Fame? That's what I'm
He should be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. The way you talking.
No, I'm saying, bro.
They got the most hits in the league, so they should be in the NBA Boxing Hall of Fame.
Disrespecting these others, man, because they.
Oh wait, are we gonna say others to the Hall of Fame? Oh Lord. No, I thought we were talking about
because
it's a plus one.
Because there's some role players that are Hall of Famers.
Name 3.
Okay.
That's in the current Hall of Fame.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, just let name 3. Let name 3 that we.
Okay.
All right. We gotta end it like a do. Like a Jeopardy style.
Come on. You gotta be thinking.
Right now off the top of the head.
See, you can name 3 Robins. That's in the Hall of Fame. Anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Because the Robins are still colder than
the others.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't name no X Factor.
Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili was an X Factor.
He was the other.
He wasn't the other.
You know what? For the sake of the conversation, I'll give you that. Give me 2 more.
Mono Ginobili, okay.
And you can say his name. His name was Emmanuel Ginobili, first of all.
Emmanuel Ginobili, whatever his name is.
Alright, I'll let you have that one. Give me 2 more.
He really came to America saying Manu. That's crazy. His whole name is Emmanuel. I looked that up. I was lost when I saw that.
Danny Green.
It's not in anybody's
Danny
Hall of Fame.
Green?
He made 27 threes in the finals.
No, he didn't make 27 threes.
Yes, he
did. In the
what he did was
and he won 3 championships.
He broke the record.
Is he in the Hall of Fame right now?
And he won with 3 different teams.
Bro, is he currently in the Hall of Fame?
Should be. He had a Hall of Fame career. Yeah.
Is he still playing?
We said
he ain't played this year because
he ain't playing no more. He
retired.
He broadcast.
Okay, cool. So currently in the Hall of Fame, I gave you Manu. Give me 2 more.
Okay.
He was.
I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to give me 1 more, cause you're on the clock, my brother.
If he had to go back,
do they gotta have a championship?
They just have to be in the Hall of Fame. The clock is ticking.
Hall of Fame. This a Hall of Famer.
The clock
that's not a superstar.
Emmanuel
or Robin. He can't be Batman or Robin.
Emmanuel.
You can say his name as many times as you want. There's only one person.
Oh man, my rib hurts.
All right, cool. Hey, don't worry about it. So since we on the wild subjects right now, all right. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but Rasheed Wallace said that the 2015 Warriors couldn't beat his Pistons team. What year was that? 04, the Pistons team that won the finals. What do y'all think? Cause I have my thoughts about this.
You know what I think? I'll just tell you. It's some cap in there. But what I really and truthfully think, this goes back to what's y'all big that y'all had in 15?
Z?
Zabonis?
No,
Ilgauskas?
in 2015.
Ilgauskas.
What was y'all big that went to the Lakers? What was his name?
Ilgauskas.
Timothy Mozgov. And I'm gonna tell you how it comes together. Timothy Mozgov should have had 40 and 20 on Draymond Green. And they set the stage for him to have it. That boy LeBron was feeding him everything. I say it to say this: Rasheed Wallace just feel like he can just kill Draymond. Prime Rasheed Wallace will just kill prime Draymond. That's why I think that even comes up. I think that's the mismatch where like 40 and 20 could exist, and they could help the team win. That's why I think.
So you think Detroit will win?
No, I think that Rasheed Wallace just thinks that he's just leaps and bounds better than Draymond Green, and I just think that was a nice jabby way of just saying like, if I was hooping when you was there, I would have killed you. That's what I think.
Okay, what you got?
It's Cal.
I agree.
Detroit. Woohoo! Y'all beat the Lakers.
Y'all beat
that Laker team. But
I'm
saying that was a big thing.
That Hall of Fame.
They were going for a 4 beat at that point.
Let me cook.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I see what you're saying. The Lakers, that was a formidable team. But we talking about Golden State, man, the math just not mathing. You got Golden State putting up 43s.
But that's one of the
in 2015. You talking about a prime Steph and a prime Clay? We ain't talking about the Clay right now. You said a 2015 Golden State.
I can have Tayshaun guard
Man, I'm telling you right now.
I'll be okay with that.
Tayshaun, how many threes? Who they had shooting threes?
Tayshaun,
who was shooting three on that team?
They had Tayshaun.
And Chauncey Billups.
And Chauncey Billups, right?
Chauncey, and Rasheed Wallace.
About how many? Rip was killing them.
Who they had off the bench? They had
Lindsey Hunter was coming
Lindsey
off.
Hunter. Come on now.
Lindsey Hunter was coming off
Man,
the bench.
I'm gonna just be honest.
Lindsey Hunter was nice.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
They was deep, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ben Wallace had to score to even make it.
No, he can lock on Draymond.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let me finish. Let me just tell you. They wouldn't be able to score enough twos to keep up with Golden State.
You right.
Golden State,
right.
they boss. I mean,
Zaza would have got folded.
let me tell you this right here. Pistons would literally dominate the game and still at the end of the game be down by 20. They wouldn't know what happened to them because the math just ain't math.
Not that team.
Detroit.
I think
Detroit, the championship Detroit team, they wouldn't have beat Golden State 2015.
Prime Kobe and prime.
They didn't shoot as many threes. They had the low post game. They would dominate to this day.
A 6'5"
They
center.
They would dominate the game and still lose
I'm
by
talking
20.
Ben Wallace. What, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, about 6, 7. And he had small hands.
How tall
This is what I'm
is
telling you.
Shaquille O'Neal?
This is
7'2".
This is what I'm telling you.
300. No, this probably 320.
This is 330.
Oh, this 330.
This is 330
You
shot.
missing it though.
Go ahead.
Golden State putting up 43s a game.
Steph not gonna be able to get every shot off.
Golden State putting up 43s a game.
Tayshaun Prince by 6'9".
Golden State
Yeah, Ben Wallace at
is
6'9"
putting up
too.
40 points a game.
Okay, cool. So let me interject.
They putting up 40
I like
points a
him.
game.
So
like him.
I
I like
actually
him, though.
think the Pistons will win for a couple reasons.
Crazy.
I hear you saying that the math ain't mathing, but the math isn't gonna work how you think it is. When you think of the Warriors, you're thinking of them probably with KD or whatever.
I'm thinking about them.
But think about it like this. You're only thinking about it.
Stuff.
You're only thinking about it on one side. First of all, Ben Wallace is bigger and stronger than Draymond.
Okay.
So you're not worried about
He might slide.
You're not worried about Draymond trying to bully Ben Wallace. Because honestly, because honestly, Ben Wallace isn't playing those games.
Ben Wallace ain't scoring on nobody.
No. Who's talking about scoring?
He got 4.
Who's talking about scoring? But also, Ben Wallace is a better defender than Draymond is. So if you need Ben to switch,
That's an opinion.
it's a fact. He has more Defensive Player of the Year awards. Which, I mean, isn't everything because Rudy kind of ruined that.
Yeah.
However,
That's
but
the thing.
Ben Wallace, we watched him go, okay, we watched Ben Wallace play the most dominant center in the history of the NBA who had more than 6 inches of height and probably 60 pounds on him and still was able to lie.
I'm not a Ben Wallace hater.
Man, that's what it sounded like. So
I like Ben Wallace.
No, it's
I
cool.
just think it'll be closer.
So, yeah,
but I agree with you.
I think the Pistons will win in 6. I think Ben Wallace or 7. I think Ben Wallace will hold Draymond Green down. I don't think they would have had an answer for Rasheed Wallace because Rasheed Wallace could shoot outside.
That's
he could
the
come
mismatch.
inside. He could go back to the basket. Chauncey is one of the smartest basketball players that we've seen on the court. So he'll be able to control the tempo on offense. And meanwhile, he's bigger than Steph. So he could get Steph.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about on offense.
Listen.
On offense, he could get Steph in
I don't
foul
know
trouble.
anything.
Hold on,
Golden
bro.
State-
You wanted to cook. Let me get the pots and pans together. Alright, so cool. So Tayshaun Prince, if you want Tayshaun Prince to chase around whoever, he could do that. If you want Richard Hamilton to chase around, because Rip is running the whole time himself, I think that Pistons team had everything that you would need in order to beat that Warriors team.
And I'm glad you said all that, but I'm telling you this right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't only think that Golden State will win, it would be a gentleman's sweep. I think Golden State will win 4 games.
I'm
to
so
1.
with you that they'll win, but then when you take that extra step, just
Yeah,
and
4
you
games
just jump
to 1.
off that
And
cliff,
I think
with no ropes
and the
attached
only
to
reason
you,
why I'm
I
giving
can
them
be like,
1,
man.
only reason why I'm giving them 1, because they do for a bad shooting game. Out of the
But
first
you know
time.
they go. All right, let me ask you this
Gentleman's
question.
sweep.
Let me ask you this question: 2015 rules or 2004 rules?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, if it's 2004 rules,
It doesn't matter.
Detroit's beating them in
It
4
doesn't
or
matter.
5.
It doesn't matter.
Where they can put your hands on you?
It doesn't matter.
No, hand checking.
Because you got
06.
You missing.
Oh, okay.
You missing out on guy from Australia that played with them.
Barbosa?
No.
Oh, no.
Big boy.
Bogut.
Bogut was nasty.
Hey, Bogut
was nasty.
Bogut at his best, is he Shaq? Yes or no? A simple yes, a simple no, a simple yes.
No, I'm saying
Bogut at his best, is he Shaq? Yes or no?
I'm saying
Bogut at his best, is he Shaq? Yes or no? Okay,
no.
Okay, cool. So Ben Wallace is locking that up. That's not even a discussion. You know what? Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. Because obviously, my boy here, it's been a long day. He's tired.
He's
right.
He just going
I don't know.
Like 4-0.
Loco en la cabeza.
That's, bro, you know they went to the Eastern Conference Finals 5 years straight. That's basically like
that's good. Y'all let us know in the comments. Anyway, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. This is another episode of Nothing Nice.
Love.
We need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. I got
send
my boy
it to your neighbor. Send it to your girl. Tell your girl to send it to her girls.
The radio, the TV, everybody.
Send it to everybody, man.
Everybody you know. The people you don't know. Just dial up random numbers and just send it.
Please.
My brother, thank you for pulling up.
No problem.
Nothing Nice. Thank you for coming with us. We'll see you next week. Catch us.
bang, 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 bang.